Hey queens, welcome to my channel. I'm Bailey. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be doing my project pan intros. And yes, I'm doing both of them because intros aren't very long. So I'm just going to kind of get into it. I have two projects this year. I have my normal project pan going through a full face of makeup. Well, mostly full face. Some of the items I don't have enough products to project pan, so it is what it is. And then I'm gonna have a pan that palette where I try to pan an eyeshadow palette and completely finish it up. We'll see how that goes. So stay tuned, watch this intro, but first subscribe, hit that notification bell. Everyone hit that like button because it would help your girl out. Let's get started. I'm gonna first go over my pan that palette intro just because it'll be quick and easy. So I want to pan my Too Faced Life is a Festival palette. I bought this from TJ Maxx and I don't know what the pull was to this palette. I saw it and I think at the time I was really into this aesthetic and that's what it was. So this is what it looks like now. Hardly touched. I'm gonna end up taking this shade completely out. I don't like it. It's chalky, it's gross, I hate it. So I'm just gonna get rid of that completely, but I am gonna use all these shadows. I do like the shadows. They're not terrible, they're not ugly, they perform fine. Some of these shimmers are kind of special though. They're really fun. So yeah, and it's gonna be kind of difficult, but I think I can do it. Well, I won't be able to finish the whole palette, and I know that, but I will be able to use it to a point. I think that I can depot it at the end of the year and only have a few shades left, So we'll see how that goes. That's Gus in the background. I'm sorry. He's annoying. He's playing with trash. This year, I want to add a different complimentary palette each month. I may decide to keep it longer than a month, but who knows. But I want to use this palette. This is the Pure Rada Beauty Christie collaboration palette. One side you have a lot of neutrals, so this will be easy to build up my mattes and then add one of these colorful shimmers to, And then on the other side is the rainbow side, and it can be really fun on the weekends when I'm not going to work to use some of these mattes and then add some of these colorful shimmers to it. I think it could be really fun. So we'll see kind of how these two work together. And if I don't like them together, then hey, I'll just bring in another palette, We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I've been trying to use up all my Jeffree products, as you guys know. And with my eyeshadow palettes, after every month that I would use them, I would depot them and put them in a giant Z palette, magnetic palette, whatever. So this is what this is, okay? There's a lot in here. This is a big palette, okay? It's ginormous. These are mostly Jeffree shadow. These four are shades from a Butter London palette. I'm gonna roll in whatever I want and then set goals for them. So for now, I just have these three that I've rolled in. I want to have a black each time. So I want my goal for the blacks are to use them up all the way. This is the black. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if I'm holding it up high enough, but this is the black from the Conspiracy palette. I already have pan on it, so that's why I decided to put it in. And I'll be using it as a liner mostly. Sometimes I'll probably integrate it into the looks, but rarely. So yeah, so this is from the Conspiracy palette. This is also from the Conspiracy palette. I don't remember what the shade names of any of these are. This is kind of more of a transition shade. I mean, look, I have a lot of pan on this guy. You know what? Let me just take them out. I don't know why I'm holding up this big palette and making my hand hurt. So I have a lot of progress on it. Look at it. I don't think it'll take me too long. I think it'll take me a couple months to finish this guy up. And I think it'll be really easy for me to get through that. And then lastly, I have this dark chocolate brown. This is not a Jeffree shadow. This is from that Butter London palette. I use these type of shades all the time, and I feel like I can use that one up pretty fast. I'm just going to stick with these 3 shades for now. The plan is to finish them all up. We will see how it goes. I don't know how it'll be, but the plan is to use up those 3 shadows. So I'm setting the rule that I have to use these shadows before I use like some of these. Like, there's not really a transition shade in here that I would probably use every time, so that transition shade won't be hard to use, and neither will the black. But I won't ever use this chocolate brown until I finish that one. That is a rule I am setting for myself. So, now let's get into my project pan. To start off, I am putting in my Becca Black Hydrate Primer. I have only used this once, which was in my BoxyCharm unboxing that I brought this out of. I don't remember how I feel about it. I'm sure I liked it enough to keep it. So there's that, bringing this in. For my pore filling primer, it's the Benefit Professional. I also got this in BoxyCharm. This is pretty old, so I don't know if I'll keep this in for longer than a month, because if it's like gross, then I'm not gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? I'll just declutter it and add something else in. So we'll see how this goes. I forgot to say, but my goal for these is just to kind of use these a little bit. After 3 months, if they still have product in them, I might introduce something else in just to continue to get use on my primers. I'm not itching to finish it anything. I just kind of want to get some use out of them, you know? So, yeah. Then I went to pan my Physicians Formula bronzer. I talked about this recently. They're just not being very inclusive. They did just come out with a really deep palette, and it is beautiful. I haven't seen it in person, so I don't really know how deep it is. I'm kind of just still, you know, on the sidelines, kind of just looking, kind of seeing how they, you know, move in the future. But right now, I'm just kind of just arm's length away, you know. This is one of my favorite bronzers, though. And basically all I want to do is hit pan. I have other bronzers that I want to like get some use on. So if I could just hit pan on this and then, you know, maybe introduce one of those and do the same, that would be really nice. Then I'm bringing out an old friend. From my Tarte's Pro Glow palette, I want to completely use up this blush. I have used it a ton. I have a lot of like pan in there, but I want to use it up this year, and I think I can do it because it is a lot less pigmented than when I first like started using it, which is not a bad thing because that means I can use more product at a time and get through more product faster. So hopefully that'll go pretty quickly. I'm sure a lot of people are bringing Becca products into their project pans because Becca went out of business. They're still selling some of their like bigger bestseller products at Smashbox. Like I think Champagne Pop and a couple of other things. I think there's like a color corrector or concealer or something. This is in the shade Opal. And I got this because it was being sold during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I just felt an emotional pull to this highlighter. I think 10% of the sales went to a charity or whatever. So I was like, well, okay. And the packaging is like a metallic pink. I've already got pan on it. I don't know. I want to use it as much as possible, and if I get sick of it, I'll just roll it out. But I don't know if I can use it up this year. I don't know if I want to dedicate a whole year to one highlighter again. I did that in 2021, and I just don't know if I want to do that again. So we'll see how this goes. Then I'm going to work on my Wet n Wild Fun setting spray. This setting spray hasn't been in my collection long. I mean, the SpongeBob collection didn't come out too long ago, and I have less than half left. It will not take me but like a couple months to use this up all the way. Sorry, I thought I saw Gus. So I don't have very many setting sprays, so this was like just the next one in line, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. I have a lot of open mascaras, so I want to try and use up some of them. This is the Joa Lash Up Rising Mascara. This is not my favorite. It is super wet. A lot of product gets on the brush, and I'm able to deal with like the, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't even know. I'm willing to deal with like the issues of this mascara. What are you doing? I'm just gonna ignore him. Okay, but it's just super, super wet, and it takes a minute for it to dry. And sometimes if I'm doing my upper and then I go to my lower, I'll accidentally get like some of the mascara from my lashes onto my eye, and it's just annoying. And I don't know. I want to try and use it and see if over time it gets better, but I don't know. And then also, I forgot to mention this, I will be weighing a lot of the products, so a lot of the products you can't see visual products on, I will weigh them. This mascara I will weigh. I will have to weigh them another time. I don't think I have time to do it today, but I will try to weigh them here pretty soon. I'll do my best. What are you doing? So I will try to get the weights. I will also have pictures for all the visual progress so that we can all see like what everything looks like beforehand and then after, you know, that sort of situation. So there's that. Coming in from last year, I did a lipstick project pan in 2021. This year, I decided not to because it's just really hard for me to use up lipsticks, and I don't want to have a dedicated like pan project to it if I'm unable to like really use lipsticks. So from last year, I started using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Androgyny lip liner. I have a lot of progress on this. I feel like if I work on it really hard, I can use this up this year and then have one less Jeffree Star product in my collection, which would be great. Then I have the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in Celebrity Skin. This is one of my favorite nudes that he came out with. Of course, I don't support him anymore. I've talked about this over and over and over. I don't know how many times I will say this. The stopper's already out. I've used this a ton. I have some holes in it. Hopefully it'll only take like a month or two to get through this lipstick so that I can start working on another one. We'll see how it goes. Then I have the Lunar Skies, which is not a brand anymore. Lip gloss in Cafe Dreams. These lip glosses are super opaque. Really hard to reapply these. I don't know. It's really hard to get progress on this gloss. If after 3 months I'm like, I'm seeing no progress, I'm probably just gonna switch this out with something else that's a little bit easier for me to use. And then once I get all the easy glosses to pan out, then I'll put the harder ones in. I don't know. I don't mind the formula. I will say that. I don't mind the formula and it smells delicious, but I just don't use it a lot for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Then, dude, I've had this for so long. This is the Janta Blue Dark Brown eyeliner. It is so difficult to get any progress on this. I only use it on my waterline, so I'm not using a lot of product at once. And then if you ever sharpen it, then you're not really seeing progress, and it's a whole thing. If I feel like it's just not going well, I might just end up decluttering it. I think after every 3 months, I'm gonna reevaluate how the project is going. That's what a lot of people do, and I might just see if I need to switch things out for myself. I don't know. Yeah, this is not my favorite liner. It's not like the most pigmented. It doesn't stay on all day. It's really actually a crappy liner. I don't know why I feel the need to project pan it, but I am. So that's just where I'm kind of at. And then the last thing I want to project pan, I will not be able to do tallies on because I'm literally going to be using this in my skincare routines, right before I do my makeup, at work. If I'm not wearing a lipstick, I'm going to be throwing it on. This is the Laneige lip sleeping mask. I have had this for at least 3 years, at most 5 years. I have been using this exclusively in my skincare routine, which I'm very bad at like being consistent on, because I have a lot of struggles with like mental health and really taking care of myself and my skin. So there's that. There is not a lot in here. Okay. You see, there's not a lot. I will be taking pictures of it after every month, you know, so that we can see visual progress on it. Hopefully this will only take me like a month or two. If I'm like working really hard, if I'm really diligent, I feel like I can really get through this and start working on my other lip mask / lip balms. I use this as a lip balm. It works fine that way. That's how I use all lip masks, honestly, unless it's really one that you cannot like just use as a lip balm. Some of them are impossible to use that way, but I will get through this. I will. I think that is officially everything for this year that I want to do at the moment. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're excited about this project pan as much as I am. Please let me know or leave links of your project pans if you upload them onto YouTube, or tell me how you're doing yours down below in the comments. I would love to hear it. I'm so inspired by other people's project pans. It's not even funny. It fuels my fire to just get through all these products. But anyways, please hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. Everyone hit that like button because it would help your girl out. You guys have a good one now. Bye-bye.